What is up, everybody? My name is Harry Rice. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a brand new live stream. That's right, today is a brand new live stream. The Montreal Canadiens played tonight. It was a game against the New Jersey Devils. We would unfortunately end up losing that game. It was a very hard-fought back-and-forth game. And, yeah. We are, of course, going to talk about it. How we do things around here usually is we go through the opening lines for both teams. I give a little game summary, recap, analysis, whatever you want to call it. And then I do the stats for the Canadiens, and then we get our out of here. If anybody's got any comments or questions, put them in the chat. Yeah, I'll say this when we got more people coming in. I might save it to the end of the stream, but I don't know. The opening lines for the Canadiens are Caulfield, Suzuki, Doc, Newhook, Evans, Slavkovsky, Gallagher, Dvorak, Anderson, and Heineman, Sanguli, Hudson Savard, and Jack-Eye Struble were on the blue line. Sam Montembeault gets the starting net for the Canadiens, and Caden Primo backs him up, but both goalies have been quite decent in their last couple games that they've played. The opening lines for the Devils, Meyer, Hischier, Mercer, Palat, Jack Hughes, and Bratt, Cotter, Howla, Nason, and McDermott, Dowling, Tatar up front, Dylan Hamilton, Segan blue line, Jacob Markstrom gets the start net for the Devils, and Jake Allen backs him up. Of course, he has. He had one good game with the Devils. Before the game, it came out that Oliver Kapanen has been loaned to the SHL after 12 games, mostly played in a fourth-line role, so it kind of makes sense why he would get... he would get loaned back to the SHL. Lucas Kandata was called up to replace him, so some people kind of worried or wondering why it wasn't Joshua Waugh, because it makes more sense. Kandata, he's a guy who can play fourth line. Joshua Waugh, if you don't have him in the top six, it's not really much, it doesn't make much sense to have him in the lineup. You know, it doesn't make much sense to actually have him in the lineup if it's not going to be if he's not going to be in an offensive situation, you know, so and I get, you know, we'll scratch Dvorak, move so-and-so, Newhook to or move Doc back to center, and then just put Wall on the second line. That could be easy to do, yes, but you ideally would want Doc with that top line, or you would ideally want Slav with that top line, but I mean, we clearly want guys to have chemistry with a lot of other guys, so yeah. Caulfield tries to spring Suzuki in on a break in the opening minute, but Markstrom gets there first. Habs press. There's some friendly fire on Evans. Montembeault's a great stop on a Hamilton shot through traffic with the right pad. And the Devils score on the second chance. Jesper Bratt gets a tap in as Slav had broken his stick before that Hamilton shot, actually. Jack Hughes, nice deke past Newhook. He ends up passing as Gooley had to cover for Matheson. And yeah, Bratt just puts it home. And the 1-0 Devils lead just 2 minutes in. There's a 2-on-1 for the Canadiens, Armia and Dvorak. There's a pass, but the no-go there. And the Habs go to the power play shortly after Kovacevic is called 3:48 in for a trip on Suzuki. Canadiens do get momentum after a Devils block. Suzuki almost gets one. There's a second unit press, Armia to Gallagher, but that gets blocked. There's some good Habs chances. Hudson has a nice fake out after the power play ends, but he just can't score. Habs are 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. And then we're back to the power play. 6:45 in. Bratt gets called for an interference on Mike Matheson. Canadiens press. The second unit does good things. Anderson nearly settles in. Gallagher has a look. Devils get the clears, though. The Habs just can't score. We're 0 for 2. Sporty, I'm slowly starting to see that the Habs still need a true shutdown D-man they've been missing since Weber retired. Yes, Matheson is not it, Sporty. If he can get back and be healthy, Reinbacher can definitely be that type of guy. I think at this point I would argue that Gooley has that potential. Given that he's 22, he's been placed into a lot of defensive situations because he's paired with Matheson. I think that you could say that Gooley is that type of guy, but I still believe in Reinbacher. At this stage, I think that Reinbacher could be that true number one shutdown D for sure. But I do agree, we are missing a true top line, top pairing shutdown D. Devils press. There's a scramble around the net. They try to bury it. Monty has a couple good stops. Habs press again. Doc gets 3 real good whacks at a puck right in front of Markstrom off of a good clearing feed from Suzuki. And the Devils score again. Developing one is one thing. You should get one now. I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, we could probably either go out via trade, but then again, saying like, oh, we'll just trade for uh, we'll just trade for a shutdown defenseman is really tough to do, because you're, depending on who it is, more than likely going to have to give up a guy like a Reinbacher or a first-round pick. You're going to have to give up one of those types of guys. So, I honestly think the best move... Sorry, I think the best move might honestly probably be to wait until free agency. I get you're probably going to have to... You're going to have to overpay for a defenseman, regardless. You're definitely going to have to overpay. And there's not many actual defensive defensemen on the market. But if he makes it to market, I would not be surprised. Would not be surprised to see Aaron Ekblad get an offer from the Canadiens if he gets to free agency. I know Ekblad, he's a guy, he gets hurt a lot. He gets hurt a lot. He only played 51 regular season games last year. But he's a guy that I wouldn't mind seeing on the Canadiens. I see Ekblad as a solid top pairing guy, and we can give you Samuelsson. No, Sporty, you see, you're missing top pair and shutdown. We don't need just a defenseman. But if you do want to do Samuelsson, we'll give you... we are 2-0 and outscored opponents 11-2 when he scratched. Okay, well, you know what? Then, no. You're not making a good case for why we'd want Mattias Samuelsson. At some point, Monty and Primo getting hot at dry is probably getting old to see. Yeah, it is. It's getting very old to see, especially when people, retards, keep blaming... They keep blaming Montembeault every time that he's in net, and he, yeah, it's getting pretty old. He brings the vibes, damn it. I mean, he probably does, which, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the Canadiens should get him and then scratch him, because apparently it works for the Sabres, so, yeah. By the way, Sporty, if you're down, right after I'm done here, we can VC if you're down. But the Devils, like I said, they score 7:22 left in the first. Palat gets his second of the year. Great feed from Hughes. There's a man right in front, nice fake, and just a one-timer past Monty for the 2-0 Devils lead. Slavkovsky then has a really good chance off Evans on a 2-on-1, a nice one-timer, but that's stopped by Markstrom. Devils go to the power play with 1:10 left. Gooley gets called for an interference on Palat. Habs, good clear from Matheson. Evans has a good clear. Devils pressed in the last 10 seconds, but the shot is wide. They'll have 50 seconds to start the second period on the power play. So it's a 2-0 Devils lead. And the shots are also 8-6 for the Devils after the first period. Short-handed, there's a Habs chance. Evans then pushes late past Hamilton. There's a good shot stopped by Markstrom. The Devils end up icing it with 1 second left. So the Habs 1-for-1 on the penalty kill. Devils press for the 3-0 lead. Habs do get momentum, and they end up scoring 5 minutes in on the dot. Newhook buries it off of Evans and Struble. A nice shot that just ends up squeaking by and trickling by Markstrom into the net. The Habs do get on the board. A 2-1 Devils lead. Also, I can't tell with the Evans pass if he meant to drop it back or if he got poked off the puck. And Newhook had a really good reaction time to bury it. Word RW, Sporty, let's go. Habs then get some zone time. That's much needed. It's much needed there. Hudson finds Struble, but that goes wide. Dvorak at this point in the game had 3 awful passes. He had one that was right to a Devil. He had one that was right to a pinned Canadian. And I think that was this one. And he had one where it just sent it nowhere. I don't get why Dvorak isn't getting scratched. Both teams going back and forth. There's some good looks for the Canadiens. Gallagher then gets way too selfish on a play. Devils get a 3-on-1. Lane Hudson, 2 great stick blocks. One for a pass and one for a shot. And people say Lane Hudson can't play defense. It doesn't matter anyways because the Devils score. Dvorak just refuses to cover Siegenthaler as he joins, gets in the slot, buries it with a wrister, and it's a 3-1 Devils lead to take back the 2-goal lead. Canadiens press. There's a cover as Doc gets in. There's a bit of a scrum with the top lines. None of the Habs defense coming in, so I'm assuming that was probably Matheson and Gooley that were out there, I would imagine. Habs try to press again. Devils go back in return. There's a slot shot stopped by Montembeault. Dvorak is indeed very much a terrorist, as is Michael Matheson. And then at this point I put, holy shit, what are we doing? Curtis McDermott, not Travis McDermott. Travis McDermott would be a good name for him, though. But Curtis McDermott gets a great slot chance. That does get stopped by Montembeault, thankfully. Habs were going in way too much. They were leaving the slot wide open for defensemen who want to get there or players who just want to get there. And then we end up scoring afterwards. So I guess negated. Brendan Gallagher has a good shot hopping on a rebound from Anderson and Dvorak. That scored with 59 seconds left in the second for a 3-2 Devils lead. The shots are 16-15 for the Devils and a 3-2 lead for them as well after the second period. Canadiens press for the 1-goal deficit to vanish. Hudson has a nice deke to avoid a hit. Habs press. Heineman then gets too greedy as Hudson was wide open. There's a 2-on-1. Struble can't cover, and Jack Hughes scores. He makes it a 4-2 game as he buries one in front. The Devils take the 4-2 lead, or as I said, the 4-2 win, and wow, holy shit, was I right. Canadiens press again. There's a first-line press. The beautiful defensive strategy by Stefan Robin-Laden. Yeah, exactly, sporty dude. Which is weird, because like you said, the defensive coach usually is the person who also runs the penalty kill. The penalty kill's been fantastic, but 5-on-5, we are fucking garbage. Like, and then again, I don't know if it's the players. I don't know if it's somehow Marty. I don't know if it's Stefan Robida, but holy shit, the defensive strategies are garbage. Caulfield nearly gets one as the first line presses. Newhook ends up almost wrapping one, but there's good coverage there by the Devils. Gooley has a good hit on Luke Hughes as he goes down, and then Canadiens score. Holy shit, Alex Newhook. I watched the Hughes goal. You could tell he was going to score the way he was zooming up the ice. Yeah, you could. Especially, like, he's given that 2-on-1, essentially. He's given the 2-on-1. Like, you could tell. It's Jack Hughes. So, yeah. Pain. But Newhook goes end-to-end. He gets a feed from Gooley behind the net. Goes up, catches Hula off guard. I'm not a retard, so I'm not going to pronounce it Hula. Who did he burn? I think that was, no, not Gooley. Might have been Struble, I'm pretty sure. I feel like that was Struble he burned. I'm pretty sure. But Newhook catches Howla off guard. Beauty of a goal. Just, it's up and over. It's flipped. I think Hamilton gets a stick on it. Beautiful. Just sends it over Markstrom and into the net. Canadiens press for the tie. Devils quickly clearing the zone. They know that we like to dump and chase. Caulfield then has a huge hit on Timo Meier. That's a great one there. And then we go to the penalty kill. Matheson gets called for a hook. That's irresponsible. Why is Struble still playing? No, Barron was the healthy scratch tonight. Struble's still playing because, quite frankly, we need to figure out what the fuck this blue line looks like for the future. It's honestly insane that last year we looked at Jaden Struble, and he played well early on. We looked at this guy and we said, oh yeah, no, this guy's going to be a constant in the lineup. This guy's going to be like third pairing with Jack-Eye probably. This year he's been fucking garbage. I don't know what's been up with Jaden Struble. He has been horrible. Yeah. Dan, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by. Much appreciated, my good sir. Habs with a good kill early. Mercer gets leveled by Savard behind the net. Holy shit. That was fantastic. Devils end up pressing late. Hughes looks for a... Coaching could very well be the answer, Sporty. That's true. But then again, Lane Hudson's also playing great despite despite horrible coaching. Caden Gooley's playing pretty well despite horrible coaching. So... yeah, Devils do press late. Hughes looks for a shot. Savard, nice laying down. Well, Dan, we'll see in the playoffs how they look good. Savard lays down to block anything as Hughes looks for a shot or a pass. Savard playing well there. Habs are 3 for 3 on the penalty kill tonight. Pesci has good defensive mind to stop a Matheson chance as he was right out of the box, almost got flipped the puck. Matheson then has a fantastic glove stop on Dougie Hamilton as he gets in the slot. He's going down, reaches up, makes the save. Another good hit along the boards from a Canadian. Struble then gets boarded. He then goes after Mercer, I believe it was. A couple cross checks for him, takes him down, gives him some more. Thankfully, no penalty there. Habs do pull the goalie with just under 3 minutes left. The Jets are looking good. I don't know because I don't watch Jets games. I can't really tell you much about them. Habs press. Devils end up icing a puck 3 times. They look for an empty netter. Hudson Matheson shot right on net. No screen and no tips, of course. Habs do look for Caulfield, but they're just not able to find him as the Devils doing good to cover him. And the Devils would end up scoring the empty netter. Matheson tries to spin around Jack Hughes, who ties him up. Why would you do that? Matheson is a goddamn terrorist. Brett gets it, and he'll just ice it. It's 5-3. Mad Mike were one of the worst. No, what did Mad Mike say? Oh, God, let me look. Oh, my God, bro. This dude really said Celebrini over Demidov. What a... Jesus Christ. I mean, Dan, yeah, Jets only lost 1 game so far. I mean, again, like I said, we'll see how it lasts into the playoffs. So Bratt buries it. Struble isn't able to hold a puck at the line as the Habs tried to at least press. And that does the game. Final shots are 5-3 for the Devils. Final score, sorry, I should say. The final shots were 27-24 as well for the Devils. So now, before we get into the stats, I do have something that I would like to say. And, yeah, I as we were live up here tonight, I was debating whether or not I'd want to say this or keep going, but I'm gonna say it here. This is the last Canadiens recap stream I'm gonna be doing for a while. And now you might be wondering why. It's no bad reason, really. Technically not a bad reason or anything like that. The reason I am done with the Canadian streams for this year isn't because of the Canadiens' play recently. No. I survived 21-22. This isn't that bad in all things considered. It's really not all that bad. It's not because of anything personal going on. No, I mean technically it is, but it's not like I'll explain. I'm just simply unhappy doing these. I'm simply unhappy with continuing to do the Canadian streams. I've been doing them for 5 years now. 5 years. I've been doing them since the 1920 season. And actually, technically, I believe I've been doing them since the 18-19 season, but it was on my old channel when it got taken down. I believe, if I remember correctly. But I've been doing these for a while. And the fact that we just recently hit 1,000 subscribers over the off-season due to a very fluky stream. We were the first ones up for the Line trade. We were very lucky in that regard. I don't want to feel like I'm handcuffed to doing just the Canadian streams in a way. I know I can do the other stuff that I want, but they don't get nearly as many views as these probably do. Except for the 365 days thing. That seems to be pretty decent on the channel. But I'm going to be taking a break from the Canadian streams for the rest of the season, primarily. I still will probably come up here for a couple games. Maybe I'll do the last 5-10 games of the year. I'll do those. Potentially. I'll still talk about the Canadiens, of course. When we do live streams and stuff like that, I'll obviously talk Canadiens. If you guys want, I'll talk hockey. I'll still be watching the Canadiens. But it's gotten to the point where for me, or if it's a fun-ass game, yeah, I might come up. I mean, I'm not going to take my notes like I usually do. But, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe what I'll do is maybe every once in a while I'll do not live streams, but I'll do shorts on my phone maybe. If it's like a fun-ass game that's in the process, maybe I'll do a little short on my phone maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, like I said, I'm just not happy. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. I'm just not happy with doing the recaps, especially the audience isn't really growing all that much. And I get it's partly my fault because I'm not doing nearly as much outside of the streams as I probably could be, despite the fact that I'm doing what I'm doing with the channel over the past couple months and making way more content than usual. But yeah, so I'm not really happy with the Canadiens content that I'm doing right now. I'm going to focus primarily on the 365 days, 365 movies, 12 Days of Harry for this year. I'm going to be focusing a lot more on some music content, hopefully. And, yeah, so the Canadian streams, I get they take 20, 30 minutes most of the time. But still, if I can take that, Dan, now's not the time. You've asked that like 17 times beforehand. Sporty, exactly, the gaming stuff as well. I do want to start the gaming streams as well. I've mentioned that a lot. But I feel like for me, if I feel like if I'm handcuffed, I was going to say handcuffed. If I'm handcuffed to just doing the Canadian stuff, or primarily doing this, I lose motivation. Especially when you get to the 50, 60 game mark of the season. I'm burnt out. I want to end. That's why I usually don't do a lot of content during the summer. It's because I'm burnt out. That's why, aside from free agency and the draft, I usually take the summer off most of the time, you know? This summer we pushed hard with the Line A trade and then me doing some of the content right before the season started. That got views. Again, I'll still do Canadians content. And next year, we'll see how I'm feeling. Maybe I'll pick up with the Canadian streams. Maybe I'll just do them in video form. Maybe that might end up... Maybe that's better for me anyways, is just doing them in video form, and then we have occasional live streams so they actually feel like they're special events for the community, rather than just, oh, Harry's live again, alright, cool. Because I can tell a lot of people as well are probably getting... not frustrated, but they're getting bored with the constant live streams after the games. So, yeah. Exactly, Sporty. I gotta do what I gotta do. It's the mindset. This is better for me. And this is better for the channel as a whole as well. I'm still gonna be doing 365 days, 365 movies, 12 days of Harry, MCW, hopefully starting the gaming stuff. Because, again, if we're not doing the Canadian streams and I feel I have to do them, I'm gonna want to do more gaming stuff. I've got a capture card right here. Well, I have a PlayStation, but the controller is kind of ass. I've got a PS3, but I don't have a controller. Once I get a controller, especially, I can start doing a lot more gaming stuff, you know? I think this is going to be much better for the channel in the long run. If I can transition from just being a Habs content creator to being a multifaceted content creator... Exactly. Exactly, Sporty. A day without forward progression is a day wasted. And that's something that I've noticed, especially with the channel, is, like I mentioned, we got very lucky. We got a very big fluke and hit 1,000 subscribers because of the Patrick Laine trade. Like I said, we were the first ones there. We got something like 1.5, maybe 2K subscribers, views on that video. Jesus. We hit 1,000 subscribers because of that stream. We've lost 8 subscribers in the last month, which should not be happening after 1,000 subscribers. We should be going up in subscribers, not continually treading downwards. So, again, I think that if I can transition the channel into exclusively being Habs with some stuff on the side and be a variety channel, again, the movie stuff, this is something that a guy told me. And it's the guy I talked shit about like a week ago. He mentioned that I should make a separate channel for all my other content and just keep the Canadians channel. And I didn't want to do that. Because I knew this is my core audience. He doesn't know my core audience. I do. I know that a lot of you guys will watch other content that I make because you guys enjoy the personality that I have. You guys enjoy what I do when I come up here and do my live streams, do my videos and whatever. And exactly, like Sporty said as well, that's also part of what led me to this decision while I was watching the game, which is why the notes weren't that great. Why the notes weren't that great tonight is because you look at the start of the year, the live streams. They did fantastic early on. I will say that much. You look at going back to the start of the season recaps for the preseason going up to recently: 405, 348, 152, 358, 179, 109, 190, 150, 303. After that Senators game, something changes: 124, 88, 88, 72, 71, 69, 71, 47, 99, 171. That's on the Flames watch along. 28. The views have been trending downwards despite getting over that 1,000 subscribers. Again, preseason worked great. We were getting views. The tags were working. The titles and stuff were working. Yeah, Gus Wrong, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by. Thank you, Dan. I really appreciate that, man. And like Sporty said, election night did great with views last night, especially compared to other recaps. It's a key example of why this should happen. Like Sporty said exactly as well. Why start fresh on different channels when it's going to be the same audience we have now? I don't understand that either. Never understood that, which is why that guy's second channel, partly why it's not successful, is because there's too many personalities. You don't get really all that much time to know who they are outside of the hockey talk. Whereas with me, you guys know who I am. You guys know I'm Harry Rice. I'm passionate about hockey. I love movies. I love Oasis. I like country music. And I'm a fun guy to talk to. Hopefully you guys think that. But again, you look at the recent Canadian streams, and then you look at MCW's election night from last night, which we postponed from what was supposed to happen on the 5th. We did it the day later. That's got 71 views. Even you look at some of the videos recently that I've done, you know, since the regular season started. 365 days, 365 movies, 102 views. The announcement of the MCW, 171. 1K only has 27 views, but that's a 3-minute video. September 2024, 365 days, 15 views. MCW, 31 and 29 views. So yeah, not many views, but it's a startup, and it's on a channel that's primarily hockey. The Wheatus and McKenna Grace collaboration just hit 300 views. You know? And I also forgot to put out the 365 days, 365 movies. I'll probably do that tomorrow. You look at my channel, I don't want to be held to just being a Canadiens streamer. I love the Canadiens. Again, I'm going to keep watching the Canadiens. I'm not necessarily going to be streaming as much for them. Again, like I said, I want to feel like on my channel I can do what I want and have people willing to tune in for it. Again, with the MCW stuff, that's going to be the primary focus of this channel. Is that, again, the MCW stuff. We're going to primarily be doing that. 12 Days of Harry, I've got to be focusing hard on that right now as well. 12 Days of Harry. Even I was just thinking about it. MCW, 12 Days of Harry, 365 days, 365 movies. That's once a month. That's a great podcast, though. Is the movie content. And I want to start doing more stuff like that. Absolutely. Did Donald Trump win the Heisman? I don't know. What position does Kamala play? I've got no clue. The amazing thing about having a variety channel is that something will hit at some point. That's the beauty of doing what you want. Exactly, Sporty. And it's not even necessarily about, oh yeah, I want to hit 100,000 subscribers. I want to be YouTube famous, whatever. No. But I want there to be a clear audience for my content. I don't want it to just be, oh yeah, you want a quick Habs review? Yeah, go to Harry. Go check him out. I want it to be, dude, you got to check out this Harry Rice guy. He does like this and this and this. He's fantastic. He's a great streamer. Or he's a great video producer, content creator, whatever you want to call me. I want people to come to me not just for the Canadian stuff, but for the whole of what I do. Which I get. That's kind of critical for his thoughts on some things. I might not watch other things. Some people will watch him for everything he does. I want that type of audience. Not necessarily 7, 8, I think he's like 10 million subscribers now. But I want people who are going to check out the channel for what I do. Dan, if you've been listening the last 10, 15 minutes, then yeah, this is my last night for the Canadiens for the year, probably. Again, up until the last like 5, 10 games. Now, I'll say, I still might do Canadiens videos once in a while. Just maybe not like full game recaps, but maybe once every couple weeks, maybe once a month. I'll check in on the Canadiens in a video. Again, when we do live streams, whatever, I'm down to talk Canadiens. If you guys still want to ask about Canadiens and stuff like that, yeah. I'll still be doing that. Now, I'll admit, having done this for 5 years, is it going to be really tough for me at first to not come up here, create a live stream, and go live after the next Canadiens game? Probably. It's probably going to be very tough for me to not do that. But I'll get used to it. And again, this is just for this year so far. I will see if next year, if I'm feeling ready, if I'm feeling excited, if I want to come back and do the streams, or if something on this channel has popped off, and there's a clear audience for that. You know? Like, yeah, we hit 1,000 subscribers primarily for the Canadiens content, but the viewership does not reflect that whatsoever. The viewership is not reflecting that in the content that I create. So, Dan, I don't know why you're saying we're going to miss you, man. I'm still doing content, dude. I'm still doing content. I'm just not doing the Canadian stuff nearly as much as I am right now. You know. So again, guys, I don't if you are just here for the Canadiens content, which is perfectly fine, of course, as well. I guess you could say this isn't goodbye. It's just see you later. Shout out Sting, WWE Hall of Fame 2015. It's not goodbye. It's see you later. I'm still gonna be doing content. I'm still gonna be around. I'm still gonna be in the Hockey to Beast community. I'm still gonna be talking Canadians. I still got my sim leagues. I'm just not doing the Canadians content nearly as much. NZA, you showed up at like the worst possible time. You should have showed up 5-10 minutes ago. For those who might just be showing up, I'm not leaving YouTube like NZA is hearing apparently. I'm not leaving YouTube. I'm taking a break from the Canadians live streams for the rest of the year. I'm focusing on the Meme Championship Wrestling. I'm focusing on 12 Days of Harry for this year. I'm focusing on the 365 days, 365 movies. And I will still stream. Eventually. I will still stream. I'm going to probably be doing more hockey, not more hockey content. I might do hockey games, who knows. I'll probably be doing more video gaming live streams because I feel like I'm almost handcuffed, like I have to keep doing the Canadian streams. That is what I have to keep doing. So I'm not going to be doing it nearly as much. Again, I might come back for the last 5-10 games of the year. And it sucks. Believe me, I didn't want 14 games into the season. I didn't want to come up here. But how would I find out the Canadian score? Gus Frong, Google. Google's going to be your friend, man. You know, believe me, I love doing these. I love doing these. And believe me, I didn't want to do this. I wouldn't have revamped the way the stream looks, added the score clock at the bottom, not the score clock, the stats stuff at the bottom. I wouldn't have gone in and taken screenshots of the thumbnails in advance, all 82 games, well 88 if you include preseason. I wouldn't have done that if Harry, you made me quit drugs. Thank you, Gus Frong. I appreciate it. I'm happy to hear that, my good sir. I wouldn't have gone in, like I said, and taken screen caps of every thumbnail already to get them ready in advance. I wouldn't have given myself a template this season of all the games and, you know, given myself little just like templates for the games to help me out. I wouldn't have done that if I was just going to quit the season 14 games in. We'll quit reviewing the season. But this is better for me. It's better for the channel. And I think going long term, it's going to be a lot better. It's going to be something that I think a lot of people are... I think it's going to be something that a lot of people are going to be happy with. Again, I want to do this, but I'm not happy doing the content. I feel handcuffed. Like, I need to keep doing these streams to get the views and get people subscribing. I want to be able to do other stuff as well and branch out. So I thank you guys who subscribe for the Habs content. Hopefully you guys do stick around for the other stuff that I do. 365 days, 365 movies for October will be out tomorrow. 12 Days of Harry for December. That's going to be happening as well. I'm working on that. I've got the schedule planned out. I've started filming. So, yeah. Harry, you made me quit drugs, no cap. Hey, well, Gus, if that's somehow legit, that I somehow was the one who made you quit drugs, the hell yeah, man. That's awesome. But I have a feeling with a lot of the previous messages that you've sent that you're joking. But still, you're very welcome, my good sir. And stay off the drugs, my good sir. That's my train of thought. I hope you guys stick around again for the content. Like I said, 365 days coming out tomorrow. I'm focusing on 12 Days of Harry right now. We've got MCW Wednesday Night Kex. We're going to have a new Wednesday Night Kex next Wednesday, of course. So yeah, thank you guys. I will get to the stats for the Canadiens. And yeah, you're 6 months sober, bro? Fuck yeah, Gus. Let's go, man. Fuck yeah. Let's go. 6 months sober. Let's go, Gus. Thank you, man. Thank you for that. So yeah, again, if you stuck around for the Canadiens content, hopefully you watch a lot more of the regular the content that's going to be more regular. Now that I'm saying it and now that I'm talking about it, I admittedly I do want to go live for next game, but I get, cause see, that's the thing. I feel handcuffed that I need to do the streams. but I'm going to try not to. So, yeah. I've been doing this for 6 years, and I want to take a bit of a break from the Canadiens live streaming. I appreciate it a lot, guys. You'll stick around for the fights. Thank you. I appreciate it, Gus. I really appreciate that. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the kind words in the chat. Thank you. So, Nick Suzuki leads the Canadiens with 4 goals, 9 assists, 13 points. Cole Caulfield's got 10 goals, 1 assist, 11 points. Mike Matheson's got 9 assists. Juraj Slafkovsky's got 1 goal, 7 assists, 8 points. Jake Evans has 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points. Lane Hutson's got 7 assists. Brendan Gallagher's got 6 goals and assists for 7 points. Yoel Armia and Josh Anderson. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Hopefully, check out the videos, too, because I'm primarily going to be probably a video channel from now on. Kirby Doc, Christian Dvorak, and Caden Gooley each with a goal, 4 assists, 5 points. Alex Newhook with 4 goals. David Savard with 4 assists, because seriously, I really appreciate chat. Hell yeah, man. NZA, thank you, man. It really means a lot, man. I'm glad that you guys appreciate chatting with me. I appreciate chatting with you guys as well. Oh, my God. We just jumped up to 10 viewers. Holy shit. I know you're ending stream to get me. I know you're ending stream to get me out of to get out of. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Fuck. Okay. You know what, guys? Fuck. Because next Monday is the Sabres game. You know what? Fine. I will do these until Monday. I will do the next 2 games for the Canadiens, and then I will end it because. Oh shit. Sporty, you do realize Monday's a 12:30 start, right? Oh god, that's gonna be trash. It's a matinee game. You have an idea? All right, what's the idea, Sporty? While Sporty tells me his idea, I'm gonna get to the rest of the stats. Emil Heineman with 2 goals and assists for 3 points. Logan May, who's down Laval, had a goal, 2 assists, 3 points. Jaden Strubal's got 3 assists. Oliver Kapanen's got 2 assists, and Justin Barham with a goal. Mike Matheson, Josh Anderson, and Jaden Struble each have a fight, and Samuel Montembeau has the lone shutout of the game. You'll record a recap, and I'll put it on the channel as a Canadiens recap. Is that your idea, Sporty? So, yeah, guys. You'll record a recap, Sporty? Oh, God. Now, see... Oh, God. I don't know about that. You think it's Trump's birthday Monday? Why do I feel like that's not the case? Why do I feel like that's not the case? I'm going to look up Donald Trump. No, it is June 14th. We are nowhere near his birthday. We are nowhere near his birthday. But yeah, guys. So I'll record a recap so good the channel will be taken down. We'll consider that, Sporty. We'll consider that. All right, so Monday will be the last game that we do the recaps for the season. We'll do Saturday, which I believe is the Leafs, actually. So we'll do the Leafs game Saturday. We'll do the matinee game against the Sabres Monday. And then that'll be the season recaps for the season. For me, again, this is just to give myself a break. I still might do occasional games here and there. You know what? I'm glad I didn't go through my original idea at the beginning of the year of getting all the streams ready at the start of the year. Because then I would have just had to take down, like, 90% of the remaining ones probably. So yeah, like I said, Sporty, if you legit do still want to call in Monday, I'll do the streams on Monday. I'll do the stream on Monday, I should say. But yeah, guys, so that is gonna do it for today's stream. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share on everything, which includes but is not limited to YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Harry. Subscribe to join the Puff Club, the HC Club, the Sub Hub, and the D Nation if you're a member of the Mod Squad. Thank you for moderating comments on my streams and interviews. It is much greatly appreciated. My name is Harry Rice, and I am out. Ali Montreal. Always remember, no matter how bad we are like last year, how bad we are like this year, or how good we will be like next year, go Habs, go, baby. Thank you guys again so much for watching. My name is Harry Rice again, and I am out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Bye. We're going to stop it at 40 even seconds, boys. I love you guys. Fuck yeah.